Hello, it's Sunday night, almost 11 o'clock. This is Robert, the host of Convict Inc. Earlier tonight, I did a live, stayed on for about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And during that live, I mentioned that I was going to say something about Michael Franzese. Right as I clicked off, I saw somebody said, man, he got carried away talking and forgot to mention Michael, the thing about Franzese. And, well, anyway. Yeah, I did. This is what I'm going to do. As many of you know, Tommy Karate wrote a letter, and in the letter, he said that he wanted me to reach out to Michael and to Sammy the Bull. I never did. I never intended to. Sammy's people reached out to me, said he wanted to make a statement, but has never done it, and whatever. No, it's cool. I did call back. I played that on the air tonight. It was too low. They couldn't hear it. Anyway, it was a girl from the production company. I forgot the name of it, but I have the tape. I did reach back and say, excuse me. Oh, my bad. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I reached back and said, yeah, I would like to talk to him. Of course, I would have Sammy the Bull on or release a statement or whatever. My main goal was I wanted Sammy to wear a Don't Be a Jimmy t-shirt. For Tommy Karate. Of course it would be a big deal. But I was going to pitch it to him and say, hey, you can reform your image. You will not be known as America's biggest informant. It will now be Jimmy if you put that t-shirt on. Anyway, that was what I wanted to do. But like I said, I don't care. I had people reach out to me. Michael Franzese and Sonny, and Sammy the Bull never talked to you, blah, blah, blah. Well, Sammy the Bull did. In regards to Michael Franzese, whatever you say his name, Franzese. I have made comments that if I ever talk to him, I would like to say something to him that I can confirm, and that's in regards to whether his father was trying to kill him or not, straight up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait, and I have said that Carmine Persico and I did not discuss mob stuff. Carmine never opened up to me and discussed mob secrets or anything, and I will say this again and again, I wouldn't know what to ask the man. Had I known that I was going to be doing YouTube channels with mob stuff on it, I probably would have sat down and took notes. As a matter of fact, and I've said this plenty of times, Carmine would have let me write a book about him. He had a compassionate release issue going on. He wanted to because he saw what I was doing for Bernie Madoff. Defending him, of course I would. That would have been a great biography to do with him right there, But anyway, it didn't happen because I got transferred. Michael did comment. Carmine commented on Michael a few times. And it was in reference to when he would come on and Carmine would see him on the History Channel. And there are two things in which Carmine said, and I called one of my friends who was there during one of these times that Franzese came on and would say why he turned away from that life. And when he mentioned something about his father, the FBI said that his father wanted to hit him and so forth. And Carmine would yell at the TV. He would get upset. One of the people that was there was Johnny G, who was a Gambino. Johnny G knew Carmine going way back. Carmine was a fan of Paul Castellano. So was Johnny G. And my friend Stevie was there, and I believe Chucky, who I did not call tonight, who was on my live a couple weeks ago, I believe Chucky was there too. So Johnny G would have been in the wheelchair. He had a slight stroke. He had a little chair that he had. Stevie was in a different unit, but I'll tell you exactly what it said. In regards to whether Sonny or Michael's dad was going to kill him, Carmine specifically said, yeah, your own father was the one who wanted to kill you. Yeah, he confirmed. That's exactly what he said. And yeah, so Michael's dad wanted to kill him for sure. And I believe he was the one that initiated it. Carmine yelled at the TV, I'm telling you, yeah, your own father wanted to kill you. And the other thing was, and Michael talks about how he walked away from that life, he has a story, as do many informants. And one of the stories is, he just didn't want to see or suffer. And the statement was made and confirmed, and Johnny G said something later. It was because he was going to be killed. He walked away because he was going to be killed. Why would Michael Franzese be killed? With his dad being a high profile. I've said many times Carmine Persico is like a dad to me, and I mean that. I know guys that, okay, I'll stop. Greg DePalma, Fat Sal, I'm not going to say Tommy because I don't remember Tommy, but when they talked about Junior, who would come, Junior, Carmine, when he would come over to the hospital, when I was staying at the hospital, before I met him, before I formally started living with him, before I was sent to the one, and they would say like, Junior, they liked him and they showed him respect. And they said one thing about him is he killed all the good guys. This is what I heard over and over again. You guys out in the mob world would know better than I did. Junior killed the good guys. What does that mean? If he was a threat and you were an up-and-comer, you were a rising star, you were hit. I'm sure there's a lot of cases where people can push back that know a lot more than me and say, that's not true, that's not true. I'm saying that, and I've heard through attorneys now and some reporters, going way back, starting when he was a kid, if there were people that were in his way, they were gone. A lot of them. Michael was a shining star because of his money, and he had a lot of popularity amongst people, which was a threat to the power structure, even though his dad was part of the power structure. So let me be clear. When he said that, when he gave his excuse about why he left that life, Carmine said, it's because you would have been dead. You knew you would have been dead. I was trying to figure out the exact, because you knew you would have been dead. And he got up, he used to get upset when he'd see him on TV. I heard Michael say before that, like, there was this, that Junior knew he was going to testify or what he said, and he was okay with it. No, that's total bullshit. That's bullshit. And there was talk about, the Fed said when he first heard about Michael and the book, that he threw the book in the cell. Probably did that. That was a sore subject. And every time he came on and said he didn't hurt people, that was a sore subject. That was not true in Carmine Persico's eyes. I heard Michael say, I think he said he's still friends with Alibor, the kid, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's true. I hope they didn't, like his father didn't know, because he absolutely hated him. Yeah, but if I ever talked to Michael, I was going to tell him, yeah, the truth is, there was confirmation. Your dad was going to kill you. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I know that for a fact, because he was acting like he didn't want to believe it or he didn't know, but he knows inside it's true. I do believe that. But yeah, and when Carmine got up and went to the room, sometimes if Michael would come on, he would want the TV channel turned. I was going to say he'd make us, but that's not true, because if there's a lot of guys watching, he didn't just do that. He didn't like to be seen on TV or people talking about him or Columbus or the Mafia, because then people come asking questions. He hated it. But more than anything, who he hated and despised was Michael Franzese. Hated him. So that's what I was going to say tonight during the live that I screwed up on. I'm sorry that I got rambling. I run at the mouth. That's how it is. But the Franzese myth about a lot of stuff. And I'm going to say this. I never really cared about Michael as far as everything. And he's a big star on YouTube. He's making a lot of money doing. He's a bunch, has got really good information as far as of history, mob history. So does Sammy the Bull. They got a lot of history. Rats, cooperators, even if, however they view themselves, because a lot of these guys, they have a really high opinion of themselves, and they make up these stories about why they did what they did. And had I really focused on Franzese before, I'm going to say this. It might not have been don't be a Jimmy. It might have been don't be a Michael. Because where did the joke don't be a Jimmy thing come from? It came from the fact that Jimmy Calandra makes up excuses about who he is, why he did what he did, and is just, in my eyes, it's not about hating government rats or government informants or cooperators. It's about the justification for why they did it. I never paid attention to why Michael said he did it. I knew he had a story, and I knew what Carmine had said. But I've seen a few things more now. I just saw on Vlad TV a second ago. I was literally pushing my channel off, and I saw it. He's talking about somebody wanted to kill his mom and blah, 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 or his mom was having an affair and other stuff. He dances lightly and he makes up excuses. And his image is that of a person that is like, he's got the good guy thing going. He's a straight shooter, but he's a very flawed guy who preaches that Bible stuff and makes up excuses for why he did what he did. So I am here tonight to tell you, Robert Rosso, who spent 3.5 years with Carmine Persico, who talked with Stevie Milakis tonight about it, who's Johnny G confirmed it, who was sitting there and Johnny G said, yeah, Junior Michael would have been gone. He didn't have a shot. That's why he did what he did. Johnny G's in a different family. Carmine Persico said that Michael Franzese did what he did because he was going to get a bullet. He didn't say the bullet, because he was going to be dead. He was going to be dead because he was shining too bright. And he was not whatsoever a street guy. And he did not come up with the gas tax scheme. Did not. Came from Russian Jews or whatever it was, and he kind of used that as claim to fame. He didn't come up with that. He's the first that brought it to the light of the family, and he was scheming money from the family, and I think that was a different thing, whole different issue. But Michael Franzese, he wouldn't have made it in that life, and he's another one that he says he left the life, but that's not true. He left because he was going to get it. He's going to get put under, but he never left that life really because of what he's doing. Carmine hated when people ratted and then come back and get on and make money off of that life too. Like Tommy Reynolds with Jimmy Calandra. That's Tommy Reynolds' beef. Jimmy did what he did, but now he's making money off their stories, and that drove him crazy. And that's what drove Carmine Persico crazy about Michael Franzese. I know there'll be some people that'll say, oh, you don't know, you're this and that. A lot of people know my relationship with Carmine Persico. There's people that know that he cried when I left. The man cried when I left, and I had tears in my eyes too. So I was real close with this guy. I don't make shit up. There's too many people I've been in prison with and stuff, and you don't see everybody coming out of the woodwork and saying Robert Ross is lying about this or that. If I ever am wrong, I apologize, or I try to correct mistakes. In this case, like I remembered what was said mostly about his father, because I saw Michael some time ago say something about his dad, about how he, like, the FBI brought it to his attention, or he heard his dad 100% wanted to kill him, wanted him dead. Now, maybe he was just telling that to the other guys. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying what I know to be true based on Carmine yelling at the TV. My friend Stevie had more in-depth conversation. Again, Carmine wasn't going to talk about mob stuff, but if you're reading stuff in the New York paper and you're a kid from New York like Stevie was, and you're talking about stuff, sure, Carmine would give an opinion. I'm going to have Stevie on one day because he talked to Carmine a lot about mob stuff. And again, Carmine talked to him. So if he asked about this person and this person and this person, Carmine would give an opinion. I didn't know none of that stuff to ask. But I do know when Columbo stuff came on TV, and there was Michael Franzese. Yeah, no. And he believed he was a super big rat. And yeah, whatever. I know that Michael has this thing. He didn't put people in prison. Actually, there's people that pled guilty because, I mean, I think he testified in front of Congress. And yes, 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 he's an informant. Yes, he cooperated. And if you listen to him a lot of times, he talks about all these relationships he had with law enforcement. Tonight I just listened on Vlad TV. How did you know that Tootie or whatever? And he said, because no. The question was, can you buy off the feds? And Michael said, I offered $2 million to buy off the feds. Who did you offer the money to? Through some guys I know, through law enforcement, because you were working closely with them. Which Michael said that mob guys do. When they went after the son of Sam, he said that, like the cops came to them and they were working in concert with the cops. It's not the mafia that a lot of us in America would ever believe, that they have close relationships, but it's the truth. People might not think that's a big deal, but there's a lot of young up-and-coming kids, especially like the Bath Avenue boys, who would have never believed something like that and who actually murdered people because they were trying to impress mob guys because they thought they were people that they weren't. Stand-up guys who didn't squeal, get in bed with cops, give information to cops, and work with cops. Michael Franzese admits that they did it. And he had big contacts with law enforcement. Just listen to some of the things he said. So that's what I was going to say about Franzese. Again, powerhouse in this, just powerhouse. That's why he left that life. That's why he left. That's why he left. It's going to get one in the head because he was shining too bright. Can't shine bright like a diamond. But the boss like that, it's coming to get you. And a lot of guys in that life still, they know what I'm talking about. I'm not just throwing that out there. And again, it was Carmine yelled at the TV because you were going to be dead. We talked about that today for some time on the phone with my friend. And by the way, this guy, when he got out, he went to see Johnny G a bunch of times. Johnny G, like the hell out of him. I'll do a Mob Monday about him. Probably have Stevie on because Stevie hung out with them after they got out. Yeah. Well, there it is. That's what I was going to say about Franzese. I might be doing more about him. I have so much to do, but I see some glaring stuff that he's like the Jimmy. When I focused on Jimmy Calandra, when I started focusing on him, and I just saw it was like boom, boom, boom. It was so blaring. Like, I know people had said something about Jimmy before, but it was just whoosh. And who knows, maybe we'll get letters from prison about Michael too. And we'll see. Have a good night. I'm sorry to those of you on the live that was watching, and I started rambling and running my mouth and forgot about what I was going to say. I was going to do this on live. Actually, I wasn't trying to make it a focal point. I was just going to state some facts that Michael Franzese didn't walk away from that life just because I just got tired of it. I just went, no. It was coming. Have a good one.